So Bethesda's wrapped up the final presentation at E3 Day -1, so we haven't really started yet.
Yeah.
Yep, and they had a lot to show as well. Maybe not as much as Xbox, but who else would announce 50 games in one set?
No, Bethesda doesn't have 50 games, thankfully.
No. Fact.
Yeah, but they did have one game that was actually already shown at the Xbox conference.
Yes, Fallout 76.
Yeah.
So let's talk more about that. What are we dealing with here?
Yeah, so it's an online-only game. Fallout 76 is online only. The NPCs that you run into, most of them are other people, which is different for the franchise.
Yeah, like chin-strokingly intriguing. I mean, I think a lot of us, when we were watching it, we were thinking, oh, this might be a little bit like Sea of Thieves. So you're gonna kind of come across people, but not coming across too many people.
Yeah, it'll be smaller instances, dozens of other people in your game world rather than hundreds and thousands. So a little bit like Destiny or something. Like you're kind of plopped into a world and you have a contained environment.
I think a lot of us, our imagination was running wild. We were like, is this a team-based shooter almost?
Right.
It still looks like Fallout 4. What are we dealing with here? So yeah, there's a lot to get excited about. And yeah, we don't know when do we know when it's coming actually?
We do know when it's coming. So that was another big announcement tonight that Bethesda did. It's out on November 14th.
So
my birthday.
Fact number 2. Fact number 3. Fact number 2 is the date. Fact number 3 is that's also Jesse's birthday. But next up was the surprise, I think, for a lot of us, was Doom the sequel.
Well, it wasn't, it was not Doom 2, it was Doom Eternal.
Doom Eternal,
Doom
yes.
Eternal. And we didn't see much from it. It was like a weird cinematic trailer.
Yeah, like according to the people talking about it, like it's just going to be Doom, but more weapons, lots more demons. They said double the demons, which is always a good tagline, I think.
Double the demons.
Yeah, so that's coming. But yeah, really not many details. No platform announcements, no dates. Apparently, if we want to hear more about it, we have to wait till QuakeCon, which is, I think, August 9th.
And there were a few more new surprises, new games that we didn't expect to see.
Yeah.
What was the space one?
Space one is Starfield, which is Bethesda's first new original franchise in 25 years.
Wow.
So Starfield, again, another game we don't know that much about yet.
Yeah.
So space, maybe Skyrim in space, maybe not, maybe spacefaring missions.
Open worldy, spacey.
There was warp travel, stars, planets. That's all we've got to play with at the moment, but I can understand why Bethesda wants us to be excited because this is their new franchise.
Yeah. But I mean, again, like there was another game that we only heard about and didn't get any details, and that was Elder Scrolls 6.
Elder Scrolls 6, so you know, this is the sequel, if you will, from Skyrim.
Long-awaited sequel. This is something that fans have been like
Skyrim was out
for
years ago.
Yeah.
So again, what could we piece together from this?
The trailer was just, a landscape shot? Like we saw some mountains. There's mountains in Elder Scrolls 6. Breaking news, everyone.
Mountains and nature. A little bit of nature.
Just a little.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are the big major standout titles, but there was a lot more. But it was also weird.
There was a lot more, there was a lot more weirdness in the Bethesda conference. It started off fine with a concert by Andrew W.K.
Who has not aged a day.
Not aged a day. He looks like he's been working out, he's been eating right, not been partying hard. He does look like a healthy guy.
I was going to say he looks like he's been in a cryogenic chamber or something, which is very Fallout.
It's very Fallout.
But that's not what he was promoting.
No, he was there for the new Rage game.
Rage! Are you ready to rage?
So that's a thing.
Yeah, I mean, I think we all just kind of were underwhelmed by Rage 2, to be honest. I think because it's been such a long time coming, and we've seen so many like leaks and teasers that the final product didn't really kind of catch us.
Yeah, so the whole thing started off with this really weird concert and then a really weird gameplay demo, and
really weird crowd responses.
Yeah.
Like just people kind of awkwardly not knowing how to react to what they were seeing.
How to party hard. It seemed very hard to party hard
It was very hard
in that
to party
venue.
hard. If you're owning a Bethesda game, then there's probably some DLC for you. And first up, let's talk about Prey DLC.
Yeah, let's talk about Prey DLC. Let's talk about the Prey DLC presentation.
Yes.
Which featured the only woman that Bethesda brought out on stage. That's not weird for the gaming industry. It's pretty much just how it goes. But they made jokes about beating her with a wrench, which seemed a little off-tone.
And they kept pushing the joke as well.
They did a little bit. So, I mean, it was just kind of an awkward show, and that really drove home how awkward it was. But I mean, the Prey DLC, it seemed fine.
Yeah, I mean, Bethesda's a company that totally nails its DLC.
Absolutely,
so it's normally totally worth buying the stuff for your game. So, I mean, it was cool to see more stuff for Prey. I mean, just have more game to play is never a bad thing here. That wasn't the only DLC, of course. Next up, Wolfenstein 2, the DLC.
So yeah, this actually looked pretty cool. It's set in Paris in 1980, and it stars BJ, the main character's 2 twin daughters.
Because it's co-op.
Yeah. And that's, I mean, it sounds pretty cool. It looks pretty cool.
I'd love to play a Wolfenstein game with co-op, to be honest. That sounds like a kind of clever way to kind of extend it. And I mean, that's largely what we heard, but Wolfenstein didn't stop there. There's also going to be VR content. Now, Bethesda has been experimenting with VR over the recent years. They often do some very cool little experiments. Skyrim VR.
Doom VR, Fallout VR.
Pretty much add a Bethesda title with VR and you've got a new game. So yeah, coming up next is Wolfenstein VR. Now, this was a little weird.
It was called Cyberpilot, and we literally know nothing about it. Like, it was just Cyberpilot. You play as, we found this out in a tweet, you play as a hacker working for the Resistance, and that's literally all we know.
Well, the VR doesn't stop there either, because Prey, alongside that DLC, is also getting a new VR mode.
Yeah, so what is it, Typhon Hunter?
Typhon Hunter sounds about right, yeah.
Yeah, and it's a survival VR game.
Yeah, so it's like a survival mode with VR hooks.
Sure, why not?
So why not, right?
Why not?
I know that Bethesda is going to be demoing these cool VR experiences here at E3, and of course there's all those other games we've just been talking about. Hopefully we'll get to see a bit more of those, if not be able to play them.
And then write about them, and you'll be able to find all those stories when we write them on Engadget.com.